Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6-3. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go to the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera. The link is there. So you can promote yourself, your business, your special event, all of that would be super great. And it would also be super great if you share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what indeed is happening. So let's start out with the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also the city, county, and state government. So go up and down the page, see what pertains to you. Go ahead and sign up, check it out, and also you can find places to volunteer if that's what you're looking for. Okay, let's see. So there are no city vacancies this week, amazingly. But I can tell you about the Durham County Libraries, with it being Tuesday. They're open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6, however, and then the libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Let's see. And there's some really great programs and services. Now, let's see. Let me just go straight to Durham Tech. Yeah. Oh, I did want to mention one more time this week that we have a third Durham community fridge. These refrigerators are on more or less public accessible property. 24/7 is for people who are struggling, people who need food. So people like you and me, we go ahead and donate when we can. You can actually go online and see what is in each community fridge. And just to mention, next to each community refrigerator is a cabinet, so you can also drop off canned goods as well, or dried goods, like beans and whatnot. So you can go online, you can check out what is in the refrigerator, and also you can see what condition the refrigerator is in. Somebody might say could use a little tidying up. So this is all volunteer run, so you might want to take it upon yourself to take some bleach water, wear gloves, of course, and maybe scrub out the fridge just a bit, just to make sure everything is nice and fresh. Also, people are monitoring it to make sure that each refrigerator is cold enough, because we certainly don't want anyone to get sick by eating food that's been kept accidentally too warm. So let me tell you where they are. One is at the St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street, but on the Iredell Street side. Part and Parcel, 1901 Chapel Hill Road, and then you can turn off of Dean Street. And then the new one is at Omi's, which is a coffee shop on the corner of Roxborough and Club Boulevard. So the address is 2300 North Roxborough Street. Like I said, each one has a refrigerator and a cabinet, so you can drop off, what do you call it? Non-perishable goods, and also refrigeratable, if that's the word, foods. Oh, Roxanne's watching. Okay, seizure the day. Roxanne, do you all? She lives just west of us. Do you have community fridges in your community for the hungry? Let me know. It's a national thing. It started up during COVID. Malachi's watching too. Hey, Malachi, very happy to have you here. Say hello to your mom. I know she was hospitalized, and I do hope everything is going wonderfully for her. Okay, let me continue. Let's see. So I told you about the Durham Community Fridge. Okay, and now let's just scroll down real quick. There's a lot on this page, a lot. So I'm just going to just hit the usual suspect, so to speak. I told you about the libraries. Okay, let's go to the, you know what, let me mention the Durham Network of Care. This is where you can go online and go through the Bull City Online Resource Guide. Because I know sometimes, Malachi, you've had a question or two about this and that. And so there's so much information you can get from the Bull City Online Resource Guide. I've got a link you can just click. And also, the cool thing about this, you can check it out in different languages. So if you're Spanish speaking, Portuguese, Chinese, Arabic, whatever, I don't know about Chinese and Arabic. That's a whole different alphabet. But I'll bet you. I'm going to check. I'm going to check. But anyway, you can look up, they have all these different categories. I'm just going to read through real quick. Addiction, recovery, advocacy, childcare, community services, criminal justice resources, crisis services, disaster relief resources, domestic violence, education, employment, financial assistance, food, housing, homelessness, information and referral, intellectual and developmental disabilities, legal, LGBTQ, mental and behavioral health, physical health, raising children, recreational, social, safe community, senior resources, spiritual, support and support groups, transportation, and youth, just to mention a few. So check it out. It's the Bull City Online Resource Guide. You can go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the word page, and then you'll see where it says Durham Network of Care. Roxanne is saying, so So Roxanne is saying in her town, it says tells on a map places to go for a second harvest food bank. We have a food bank too. It's the North and North Carolina. Oh shoot, I'm so embarrassed. I forget the name of our food bank. Central North Carolina Food Bank. I remember when they used to be next to Seeds, and now I think it's down on Anger. I think it's on Anger Avenue. It's really big. It's a big place. Okay, cool, cool. Let's continue. So I'm scrolling down now to the Durham Tech Community College's Small Business Center, where you can learn how to be an entrepreneur. They have these one-off classes that you can take in person. I also like to list classes that are being offered across the state online, totally for free, being offered by the community colleges all the way across North Carolina. So today's the third. Let's see what we've got going today. Ooh, this is a good one. How to be a better vendor and make money at events. Love that. That's today. Oh, it's at 1 o'clock. You might want to sign up for that as soon as you can. So that's going to be totally free, 1 o'clock online. And then at 6, Advanced Entrepreneur Academy, making big decisions and taking big risk for the long haul. Wow, that's for people who really want to get into business in a big way. So that's going to be from 6 until 7:30 tonight. Oh, here's another one from 6 until 8. Content marketing, what's working now. In content marketing, that, if I'm not mistaken, is content. That's like what makes up your marketing, what you choose or what you determine will grab the attention of the people you want to do business with. So that's going to be tonight from 6 until 8. All righty, and while I'm at it, let's check SCORE, the Service Corps Retired Executives, where you can get a mentor. They know what it is to run a business. They have classes online, in person. They're mentors you can meet over the phone or whatever. They're in downtown Durham, and they're awesome. I think they serve Chapel Hill, Carborough, Pittsburgh, and they might maybe other towns as well. SCORE, okay, Service Corps of Retired Executives. Let's see. Oh, their next class is going to be next Tuesday. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's go to the to your health page. See what's happening in the health department, so to speak. Let's see. Of course, COVID-19 numbers. It's never left us. If you're interested, you check it out on the To Your Health page. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's next Tuesday. Okay. So NAMI Durham, that's going to be next Tuesday. Check out NAMI Durham, though. NAMI stands for the National Alliance for Mental Illness. They have, mentoring, and they also have classes and whatnot to help people with mental health issues. Really great organization. Part of a national organization. Look for the blood drives real quick. Oh, Latrice is going to be joining us. Okay. Right after I do the weather. Okay. Okay. Let me hurry up though. Let's see. Yes, there's a blood drive going on right now. The American Red Cross, they're already at Pleasant Green, UMC, 3005 Pleasant Green Road, and they will be there until 3. And then let's see, Blood Connection, they do the same thing. Okay, so they won't be doing anything until Thursday. Oh, wait, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, let me tell you about HELP. So, HELP is open right now until 2, the Health Equipment Loan Program. They accept donations of canes and wheelchairs, that sort of thing. And then they loan them out to people who need them. They're open 2 days a week today, Tuesdays, 10 to 2, and then Fridays, 1 to 5. And they're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. Definitely check them out. I've got a little video right there where their former director, Amy, explains what's going on. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me click on the top of the page and go to the health events page and see if there's anything going on. Let's see. Yes. Going on right now. If you already have the link and you forgot to attend your Mind Body Approaches to Coping with Cancer online virtual meeting, it's going on right now until 12:45. Okay, Emerald Doulas, oops, that already happened. Whoa. And then the next meeting is Wednesday. Okay, so I'll tell you about that Wednesday. Let's go to the Senior Scope page. Now, there, the schedule that I pick up every month that I was talking about yesterday at the Durham Center for Senior Life, um, with the first happening, the first was what, Sunday? So they don't have the programs ready just yet. So I only have just a couple of things that I could mention. I went online and got some information, but I do like to have that. I got to have that paper schedule, so I can circle things and yeah. So anyway, what's going on this afternoon is Monday matinee. Oh wait, it's Tuesday. Wait, crocheting club at noon, pinochle at noon, and that goes all the way till 7. And let me mention, because the center is open until 7 today on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're a senior, 55 plus, whatever, and you're still working 9 to 5, you can work off some steam at the Durham Center for Senior Life because the computer lab and the workout rooms, the activity rooms, they've got all those workout machine things and the bouncy balls. So you can work off some steam before you get home. So you get home and have a nice leisurely, calm dinner and work off, like I said, work off some steam at the center for free, okay, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, let's see. Afternoon bingo at 1. The Arthritis Foundation exercise program at 2:15. Kings in the Corner, 2:30 until 7. That's some kind of a card game. Let's see. Acrylic painting with Steve, as from 4 until 6. That's a $10 fee. Everything else is free though. DCSL band practice at 3. Yes, they have their own band. Check them out. Fitness Center and Tech Lab both open for drop-ins from 5 until 7:30. How about that? Oops. Okay. I thought I could turn off the volume there. Let's see. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. I hope you didn't hear that. There's a little. I turned off the backstage volume, so it's fine. I turned it down, so you don't have to worry the treats. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Cardio and more, 5:30 until 6:15, and then line dancing at 6:15. Now tomorrow morning, with tomorrow being Wednesday, muscle pump at 8:40, total body workout at 10, quick drawing class at 10, ping pong at 10, Hispanic Heritage Group at 10, Super Agers Tech class at 1, so you can bring your tech and get one-on-one help. Now, as far as special events, like I said, I don't have the schedule on hand, but I do have a couple of things that I was able to grab from online from their their website. Let's see. Now, tomorrow, you can make your own sensory kit. 9:30 until 11 in the volunteer room tomorrow. It's free. And this is where Carmen Ruth from the Durham County Library, she will teach you how to make sensory and aromatherapy kits. That sounds like fun. So it is free, but they do want you to call and then register at extension 110. And of course, the number is 919 688 8247. Okay. Okay, that's Thursday. That's pretty much it. Oh, why don't you go ahead and sign up for the cooking demo, which is going to be on Friday. The cooking demo is hosted by Durham County Dine, which stands for Durham's Innovative Nutrition Education for Life program. So you can call and register at extension 110. That's going to be Friday morning. And what else can you sign for? Oh, they're going to have a origami class on Thursday at noon. You can sign up for that. You can learn how to fold custom designed shirts, kimonos, and more. How about that? Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page because Latrice is patiently waiting. Let's go to the Let's Go calendar of events page. Just click on that. Let's see what's happening. June 3rd. How's it June already? Oh my. Oh, I want to tell. Okay, where is it? I have an application to show you. Let me see if it's on my other table. If you're a senior and you're in need, the Durham Center for Senior Life, they have these applications. Darn it. I can't show you the application, but I can tell you about it. In fact, I remember taking down a note or two. Wait, let me see. Let's see. There it is. The North Carolina Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program. So if you're a senior, age 55 plus, and you need help buying, fresh produce or whatever food, they also have, pastries and whatnot. So if you want to make some purchases at the farmers market and you need a little help, go ahead and get the application, not at the front desk, but at the support services office. So when you come in the door, you turn right, and nice lady in the office there. Get your application by June 19th and get it in by June 20th. Just need to tell you about it. And this year, like last year, it's going to be a lottery program. So you fill out the application, and then they somehow will choose by lottery who gets these discounted. I think what it is, they give you these, it's like they're little checks that you can give to the farmers, and you're able to buy food for free, buying for free with these checks. So I need to tell you about that. Okay, now I need my glasses. I'm getting older. Okay, let's see what's happening. The grocery giveaway that starts in 10 minutes. Okay, the grocery giveaway at New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street. That starts in 10 minutes. If you're in need, head over there. Get some free groceries for your family. They will ask you questions. They want to know how big your family is, how many kids you have, etc. And that goes on for a couple hours while supplies last. And then from 3 until 6, they'll give away free meals to people who are in need. Not everybody has kitchen access, and they're living in a difficult situation, so you can pick up free meals at New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street. Now, the Durham Business Networking and One Community, One Voice, One Vision, they're co-hosting the Durham Business Networking event from 6 until 8. It's free. Now, please note the change of address is at American Tobacco, 201 West Main Street, Suite 100. So you can meet other business owners. And Latrice, you might want to go and meet some real estate folks. But anyway, it's for business owners. You can gain some tools in running a successful business. Totally free. Of course, I want you to register. I've got the link right there on the Let's Go page. Now, the Glass Jog Run Club, from 6 until 9, they'll be running. You can choose the 2-mile walk, the 5K jog or run. Now, everybody's going to meet at the Parkwood Ballpark, and that's over there at 5200 Revere Road. And again, you can, take your time. You can, do the run if you like, or if you're just walking, strollers are welcome, friendly dogs are welcome. So everybody's welcome. This is a nice, pleasant, free event. And then it ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one that's on Highway 55. And that's going to be basically from 6 until 9 ish. The Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood from 6:30 until 8. There is a class fee of $10. Now, all during the month of June on Tuesdays, Missy Lane's Assembly Room, which is at 310 East Main Street, they're going to be hosting this Barrel House Blues series. It's an indoor outdoor event. It's a no ticket event. So I can't say that it's free because, of course, they want you to buy something, a beverage or whatever. But today's artist, it will be a juke joint review featuring jazz and neo soul singer songwriter Autumn Rainey. Tonight, from 7 until 10, it's a relaxed evening at this indoor outdoor, I'll call it a no ticket event at Missy Lane's, 310 East Main Street. Now, the Tuesday Blues Jam will be from 7 until 10, same time, oh boy, at the Blue Note Grill. But this is where you get to hop on stage and play some blues, so you can definitely do that. It's free admission, dancing's encouraged, and of course, they want you to buy something too. Now, tomorrow morning, Belle Yeager Free Will Baptist Church, which is at 128 East Cornwallis Road, they'll have their weekly food giveaway from 10 until noon, and they do start lining up in their cars much earlier than 10, just to let you know. Catholic Charities, they're running the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road. And this is where you talk to a social worker, you get your food. You can only go once a month, but you get your food for your families. Let them know if you can't have pork or dairy. Let them know. They do have people there who speak Spanish. And I know there's at least one lady there who speaks French. So, they also have diapers. They've got the pull-ups. So the diapers are donated once a month, and with it only being the fourth tomorrow, they might not have the diapers in yet, but definitely check because they just might have some diapers for you. They've got the small ones for the the pull-ups for the newborn through toddlers, and the big ones for adults. All righty. One more thing happening tomorrow. Emerald Doula's new parent hangout will be at their office, 5317 Highgate Drive, Suite 115, 10:30 until noon. So if you're a new parent and you can't find a babysitter and you have to bring your baby if you want to do that. These are judgment-free meetings where you can talk about being a new parent, get some resources, etc. Oh, one more thing. Okay, one more thing. Okay, one more thing for real. Boxyard RTP, the outdoor venue at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54, they're going to be featuring mellow jazz vocalist Frankie Alexander. I saw her during, what was that? National Night Out last year. Anyway, she's great. Frankie Alexander during their next Here and There live concert series. That's going to be tomorrow from noon until 2. Totally free. You will be surrounded by restaurants. So if you get hungry, you might need to make a little purchase. Okay. Oh, Roxanne's here too. Let me bring both Roxanne and Latrice on. Let me move this out the way. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do my weather real quick. Okay, real quick. Let's do the weather. I'm so excited having guests. I can't help it. Okay. It's 78 degrees right now, which is perfecto. Going up to 82. I knew we had to get back up to the 80s sooner or later. It's going up to 82 today, and I'm here for that. Yes. Sunny all day. Okay. Clear night, sunny day. Love that. Now, cloudy tomorrow, but it's going up to 83. So there's that. Going up to 83 tomorrow, cloudy, rain on Thursday, but going up to 88 on Saturday. Okay, it's still spring, so things are crazy. But 78 going up to 82, love that. Okay, let's bring on our guest. So click on dynamic scene, add Latrice, and then add Roxanne. Wait, let me make it so. Okay, wait. How do I do the little? Oh, there they go. Okay, here we go. Click on transition. Boom. Yes. Greetings, everyone. How are
Hi,
you?
good.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing. I guess I can take off my glasses now. Whoa, I can't see anything. So, how is everybody?
Doing
Good.
good.
Excellent, excellent.
My
So,
apologies for my mic. I didn't realize that it didn't automatically mute me coming in.
oh, I don't know if anybody. I need to go back to see if the sound goes on. You know, online
Hmm.
because I don't
Hmm.
know because there's a button here. It says listen to all, and they changed it. It used to be mute off stage feed, so I had it set on mute, and they changed it to listen to off stage feeds. So that's why I could hear.
Mm.
That's okay.
I
That's
just
fine.
it happened to me before when I came on or was waiting, so I
Mhm.
know to mute. I watch on YouTube, so I know to
Okay.
mute
Awesome.
because it did that to us before. So now I just know to mute.
Okay. So
Now I know
Latrice,
to mute.
so
Yeah,
you usually have a real estate event happening. Is that
Of
happening
course,
again? Something going on?
of course, of course, of
Let me get
course.
my pen ready.
Yes, ma'am, and I will send you the flyer as well. So the
Okay.
Triangle Wealthy Group, we are
Mhm.
hosting our actually I have a couple of things, but the one I came on initially to talk about was our Juneteenth event, which is
Mm.
going to be sort of a summit panel discussion
Mhm.
on multifamily, commercial multifamily and
Ooh.
equity partnerships. So if
Ooh.
of course, I'm a firm believer that real estate is the foundation for building generational wealth. But sometimes when you're just doing it one home or one unit at a time, that can be a little challenging. So we're going
Mhm.
to have a session on multifamily and in the commercial realm. And we will have some
Oh,
pretty significant guests that
okay.
will be participating. You look like you had a question. Did you want to ask a
Yeah,
question?
because when you said commercial, so I remember when I owned a two flat in Chicago, what was considered commercial was if you had more than a two flat. I can't remember if it was three or six. Is it
I
different
think you
here?
can buy up to a fourplex
Okay.
as owner occupant
Okay.
in residential here now. But it's still, you still have a multifamily. So that's what we're
Oh,
going to be talking about. So
oh,
multifamily
okay.
can be, you know, two and above, but the commercial side gets to be above four, I believe, as far as like
Oh, okay.
financing.
Because that word commercial threw me off. Okay, okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
But it is going still going to be residential. So multifamily in that sense.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I got you now. Okay.
or residential in the sense of for living, not for
Mhm. For
business or
business.
consumer.
Okay. Okay. So is this
Yep.
going to be Saturday?
No, it's actually going to be on Juneteenth, which is a Thursday.
Oh, on June. Okay.
Yep, it's
Okay.
going to be from
This is
9 to 3. It's going to be at the Self Help Credit Union Community Room at 302 West Main Street. And
okay. So it's on the
provide mhm,
June 17th, 93 at
June
South Point.
19th. June 19th. It's
oh,
Thursday, June
Oh,
19th.
19.
So Juneteenth, the actual Juneteenth.
Yeah. Oh, the actual. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, so take that day off if you don't have it. I learned since that that is a federal holiday, but not
Yeah.
necessarily a state holiday. So
Ooh.
um,
huh.
if you don't have it, it's a great time to take off and invest in yourself and recognize that holiday.
Yeah.
We'll have James Montague. We'll have Tiffany Elder. We'll have Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a commercial lender and another investor that is going to be on our panel. We have our sponsors, which is obviously Self Help is providing us with the building.
Okay.
Um, FCM Community Lending is one of our sponsors. First Community Mortgage is one of our sponsors, and then we have
Okay.
Investors Title and State Farm that are going to be
Oh,
our sponsors
okay.
there that day. So it's going to be a phenomenal event. There is a $20 registration, early bird registration fee. So if you register by June 7th at
Okay.
TWG Presents $20. And then
Okay.
after that, it'll be $30. But it's going to
Okay.
be a powerful event with, like I said, breakfast and lunch are included. And then we hope to go and in the afternoon and actually go do maybe do an on-site tour of a local multifamily
Ooh.
property. So
Can do you teach families how to work I mean, in multi-generational families, do you teach them how to work together to buy property? Because some people go in with their kids and grandkids to
well,
create wealth.
we'll have a lender there, and then I we that's something that we can discuss. I don't
Mhm.
know if necessarily I would teach is the right word, but
Okay.
our we do have, panelists that have a wealth of experience in different areas. So, and if we don't get that question answered that day, I know exactly who to refer people to
Mhm.
because she's actually done that with her family and her children. So,
Ooh.
if she's not
Okay.
there and our panelists can't answer that question, we will make sure that we get those questions answered because we want to be a resource. So, if there's something
Mhm.
that we don't know, we will get those answers for you
Let me
and
ask
that
you another,
advice.
let me ask you another question about the Triangle Wealthy Group. Do you
Mhm.
all ever talk about what do you call those tiny homes? Because I knew I went to a meeting and there was this lady. She wanted to invest with her child in a tiny home to rent out, and I don't know what ever became of them. But as far as tiny homes, they're starting to get kind of popular, at least on YouTube. I don't know about
So
locally.
we actually haven't had a session on tiny homes, but I think that might be something we need to add to
Really?
our one of our monthly events because we do monthly consumer
Mhm.
events. Typically they're on Saturday, but this one because it's Juneteenth, we wanted to
Juneteenth,
do it on
okay.
the actual Juneteenth. So,
You
but
you
I'll
need
put
you need to talk about the tiny homes because what I'm noticing in neighborhoods like mine, where there are long backyards, there are people who
mm,
are adding little homes. And see, Roxanne is not is
Yeah.
having it by Roxanne too. People are putting extra, little homes behind
ADUs,
their
additional
homes.
dwelling units. Yep,
Hmm.
yep,
Hmm.
and that's something that Durham has been and Raleigh too has been, allowing and it's a great opportunity for affordable housing. And
Hmm.
affordable housing, I'll say that in air quotes.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
yeah,
Yeah.
opportunities. But I actually am working I know a couple of people that are working on projects for tiny
Hmm.
homes.
Yeah.
And then I have a client that reached out to me recently that's looking for land to be able to allow people to put their tiny homes on. So, yes.
And they're so cute. They're very,
Yes, I went. One of my other clients had one on her land, and
mhm,
I got a tour, and it is very cute. I think
mhm.
it's a choice, of
Oh
course. I don't
yeah,
know.
you have to
Can
live in
I add
the
something? Can I
neighborhood.
add something?
Sure.
That might be great for people with kids that have disabilities that need to stay there, the parents, but they want to move out.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
thinking of that because, I don't drive because of my epilepsy, but, you know, I don't live near them. But if it's worse than mine, they might be able to put one near their parents to be able to,
Hmm.
if they need help. And, that's cool. And I've seen people that have had like the parents their house and then one behind them,
Yeah.
and that I think would be great.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that for their parents as they get older, and some parents are moving back down south, and then the child adds to their house, or they build another little house for their
Hmm.
for
Yeah, so
their
you can keep
parents.
some independence, but
Hmm.
still
Yeah.
be close. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Because I don't know about you all, but the price of if I had to buy a house nowadays, I couldn't do it.
or a condo. I saw condos I
Every
was
time I
looking
hear
at.
about condos, they're $1 million.
That one, oh man, it's just ridiculous how much they cost. When I was looking to move,
Mm.
when I
Yeah.
sold my house, and I was like, "What?"
They they don't cost as much as houses though, for the most part, though, do they?
One said it was $200,000, and I was like, "Excuse me."
Oh, that's a cheap one.
Yeah,
Yeah, condos, and then you add the HOA dues onto it. So
man,
I
all that
I was
extra.
apartment
I do
hunting
not
with my
believe
daughter
in
in DC.
HOAs. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but if you're in a condo, you don't have a choice. If you're in a
For
condo
real?
or a townhome, yeah, there's I think I've only seen one, and there are probably some other
What?
townhomes, but if you're yeah, because you got to have that
Pay to
you need that
know and
because they're a group, they're a
right.
unit. So
Oh,
Yeah.
if you're going to be in a condo, and usually condo HOA dues are significantly higher than just a regular, even a townhouse. So you're
when
going to
I was
have.
when I was living in New York, they had something called, what were they called? Cooperatives? I think it's called
Mhm.
cooperatives. It wasn't a condo, but you would own. I don't know how it works. It's like you own your own unit, but as a group, you own the building. So if somebody moves, you have the first dibs to together.
Go in and buy that unit and probably have
It's
some
weird.
rules.
Yeah, it's I don't understand
Yeah.
it, but it's
So there were some covenants there too. I'm sure there was some fees. They might not have
mhm.
called them an HOA, but I'm sure there
Yeah.
was some guidelines and some fees associated with it. So
And it goes up every year.
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because you're paying. They tell you they're paying for garbage pickup and shoveling the snow and stuff, but somehow you're wondering who's making $10,000 a month shoveling the snow, and what snow. But anyway,
Yeah,
that goes beyond our little conversation here. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so this
So
Juneteenth event, you said there's another event too.
yes. So on Thursday, we also do events, next level masterminds geared towards realtors primarily. But if you're an entrepreneur, a lot of times some of the information can apply. But this Thursday, we have April Russell with New American Funding, and she's going to be giving us some information on partnerships and marketing. So this one is specifically more geared towards lenders, but marketing your business and partnering with the lender or partnering with other people to market your listings and things like that. So
Okay.
the registration for the Juneteenth event is at twgpresents.com.
Okay.
And the registration for the masterminds, which are every other Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, and those are all virtual,
Oh, good.
is
Okay.
I'll do.
mastermind.com. So there's two different links to register for those two different events. And again, the masterminds are every other Thursday at 10 o'clock, and they're always virtual. But this Juneteenth is going to be in person at the Self Help Credit Union
Excellent.
building at West Main
And,
Street. So
and feel free to put the links on, the in the comments. So
I
yeah.
will. Can I put them in here through the
Oh, I guess
meeting notes, or
when
just
after
go to
you
the
leave,
other page?
yeah, after you can put in the comments after you leave the show.
Okay, okay, I'll do that. And I'll send you the flyer
I see a greeting
as well.
here. Old School Dave is saying, "Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Old School Dave. Happy to have you here. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you." So, Roxanne, do you have something going on like your show, your Seizure of the Day show
Well,
on here too?
um, I looked more into Elon Musk after he left with Trump,
Okay.
and I looked at. I couldn't believe everything he was doing for anybody with any kind of neurological problems,
Hmm.
and I was very surprised. And I would love to have him on my show.
Okay. I mean, what about people with neurological?
Well, I mean, and epilepsy,
Yeah.
autism,
Hmm.
because 30% of people with autism can have seizures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you get funding for anybody that's autistic, you know, 30% of them can have a seizure. Why not,
Oh,
help with epilepsy too?
okay.
But he has started this new um, uh, device. It's amazing. I'm like, he's putting money towards a study that goes on top of your skull, or
Okay.
maybe right underneath it with the wires
Yeah, yeah.
that will know when you're going to have the electrical activity to cause one. And I was very surprised
Oh,
that he was doing that.
well, maybe somebody in his family has epilepsy or something.
Maybe.
And if you have
And
the
he helps
money to help, why not?
and he helps with the dogs, guiding dogs,
Okay.
and with the cars that help, not just not drive, but
Mhm.
to make it like have a ramp for any kind of wheelchairs or things like that. And I was just very surprised.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
my jaw dropped.
yeah, I mean, a person that is considered bad can do good things.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But
it's
I,
not
it,
illegal
it-
or.
I just couldn't
I mean,
believe
it
it.
happens. Oh, thank you for those links, Latrice. So twgpresents.com and then TWG. Oh, I didn't add the TWG. TWGmastermind.com. Yeah, yeah, a person that's considered bad can definitely do good things. Just like a good person can do bad things. Old school Dave agrees. Yeah, it happens. That's what makes people interesting. And that's why you can't always write everybody off.
Well, I started to because of all the X whatever
Oh,
Twitter, and
sure.
then
I
when he
understand.
all those spaceships, and then here I see him doing these little things that are actually good,
Mhm.
and I was just surprised. So
Yeah.
I would love to interview him.
I don't know how easy he is to get to being a super wealthy person.
I know.
It's probably not
Put
easy.
it out there, though. You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess what you need to do is to find out who is his, what you call it, a manager for a celebrity. Do they have don't they have managers or something? I mean, I know musicians have managers. I don't know about
I don't know what you call him,
celebrities.
but I was going to mention the Defeating Epilepsy Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raising money for them, and if
Write that down.
put out the word for them, because found out Spectrum, with whenever whatever you give, they match
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to pay how much commercials or things you want to put online that they do. And I'm real happy with that, but we need to raise more money.
You know what? I go to a lot of health fairs. I rarely, if ever, see epilepsy
Yeah,
represented.
yeah.
And I think it's very odd. I know autism's in there, and um, there's different health
It's
topics
just
being addressed, but epilepsy is so rarely mentioned.
I don't know why, but it is so hard to get people to help.
Hmm.
And I don't know if they're embarrassed or uh,
Hmm.
just not wanting to, you know, let everybody know that they have epilepsy, but
Well,
it would help.
well, you're explaining how some people are still kind of old-fashioned, thinking that is evil.
Oh, yeah.
So
My
I can
poor
see
friend.
people. I can see certain people holding back, not wanting to be viewed as
Hmm.
the spawn of Satan or something. So I can understand that. That
Yeah.
way of thinking needs to change, though, and needs to
It
change
does.
real soon because a lot of people have epilepsy, you just don't know it. Um,
Well,
And they sometimes they like the kid we were talking about, the Disney kid who died a couple years ago.
Right, right. Uh-huh.
He knew he had it, but he told his folks, "Oh, everything's cool," and they didn't
Yeah.
really do as much for him as they probably would have had they known what was going to happen.
Yeah. Passing away like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Because of the one, because of having one.
it's
Yeah.
something people need to take seriously. So
Hmm.
maybe epilepsy folks have to do what the autism folks did. They just have to get together and just have some kind of marketing type campaigns and get the word out.
Right, right.
You know.
But, it is hard because of not driving, but
Hmm. I didn't mean
have,
for you to take on the task. I meant in general, the epilepsy community, as they like to say.
yeah.
Yeah, you need to really make a concerted effort. Just like autism wasn't taken seriously. They used to say, "Oh, a person's autistic if they had a what was it an old mother and a an emotionally absent father or something like that." That has nothing to do.
I don't know.
I mean, I mean, that was back in the day. I was reading stuff like that. They're like, yeah, if you had a kid after after age 40 and the dad was
Well,
unavailable
yeah, yeah. Right.
emotionally, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not what makes autism. That doesn't create autism.
If you
Anyway.
see so many kids like I did in my Sunday school class I helped with,
Mhm,
how amazing, I think they're amazing because of how you learn how to react with them.
mhm.
And they're just so smart sometimes when they would they would be, I don't want to say pitching a fit, but taking away blocks from other kids.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, but because they just wanted to be by themselves with them.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
was amazing what they built.
yeah. But they need to share. And I
It,
know they're very matter of fact sometimes. You just have to just tell them straight. You got to
yeah,
share.
but yeah, it's autism amazes me.
Oh, like I mentioned your show. Are you going to have a show soon?
I might because the other, I'm going to interview him again, the guy that writes music afterwards after he
Okay,
has one.
okay.
He has written an album.
Oh, brother.
I
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
and he has a new album out. So
Oh, new album. Oh, okay. Awesome. So he has epilepsy, and then after he has an epileptic event, he writes music.
he writes music. Yeah,
Wow. Okay. So
and a whole
when is
album.
so you haven't set the date yet though?
No, I haven't. I need to get in touch with him, and because he's in England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you,
So
Latrice. Who is this? Sisters, Brothers in Success. What's this?
That's another announcement. That's actually my sorority, the Alpha Zeta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha
Okay.
sorority is having
Okay.
an event this Saturday. It's called Sisters and Brothers in Success, Navigating
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship as Black Women and Men. And so it's this Saturday,
Ooh.
June 7th at 1 o'clock at the Ivy Community Center. So
Okay.
I, since I was on, I figured I'd put the link in there because
Yeah, I
it's
appreciate that. So what
for
time is
that.
that? And is it free?
It's free and it's at 1 o'clock. I think it's 1 to 3:30.
Okay.
I don't
Excellent.
mean I don't mean this badly, but
Mhm.
if you could maybe talk to some other people that could have seizures that you might know and they don't want to talk about it, because whenever I have a meeting online, there's nobody. I don't know if you want me to say black or whatever, African American, but nobody, they don't show up, or nobody signs up to go or to have a meeting. They don't even talk about seizures.
Do you have any black presenters? Is not that not that black people can only learn from black people, but sometimes people want to feel, included.
Yeah, I want to include that and Hispanics.
Mm-hmm. Good
If
afternoon,
you share
William
it with me,
and
I'm
Andrew.
happy to
How are
share
you?
it with my audience. I I actually just recently found out that someone that I've known for a while that has had seizures in the past. He hasn't had them in a while, but I didn't know. Like you said, I didn't know for a long
Hmm.
time. So I don't. It's not something that people talk about, like you said.
Right.
So I don't know. You don't know that you don't know. So I'm happy to, if when you have events, if you want to take my information and send it to me,
Sure.
I'm happy to share about that because it's something that you don't
Yeah,
know.
I just, well, um, it's it means a lot to me because after everything that's happened to me, I just want to talk about it and
Hmm.
let people know how you can meet. I have to meet online because I don't drive, so anybody anywhere with a link that I would have and I would give out of when we would have something for them to join, I posted on Seizure of the Day on Facebook and on YouTube where we would have a meeting, but because it helps to talk.
Mhm. Well,
I,
keep inviting everyone because sometimes people are distrustful. Sometimes people, and sometimes what happens if it might have not have anything to do with you or epilepsy or the organization. It could be just maybe the last time they went to a meeting that was where everybody was invited. They were meant to feel unwelcome or whatever. Sometimes it only takes one event and they don't want to go to
yeah,
anything else, you know.
yeah, I understand because
And that goes for white folks too. Because I saw a picture of the participants in the Durham Senior Games. It was at the Durham Center for Senior Life. I was like, where are the white people?
really,
Yeah, I'm like, where are they at? Because sometimes, like, even when the center opened, now we have equal number of black to white people, I would think, in Durham, I think, or close. I don't know. But sometimes people see other folks and they automatically feel unwelcome. And that I've seen black people do it and I've seen white people do it. And we just need to start to continue. And I can't speak for Hispanic people, but I know for sure a lot of times they're just shy. So just keep inviting and they'll start showing up. Because I've noticed Muslim and Hispanic people are starting to show up without a whole lot of extra invitations, if you know what I mean. They're starting to feel comfortable enough to just come out.
it
So just keep
my
inviting.
daughter's generation Y, I guess. Oh, or Z. No, she's Generation Z.
Okay.
Because I have two kids that are 10 years apart almost,
Hmm.
and they're completely different
Oh,
in their
sure.
generations.
Okay.
So it's getting better with
Hmm.
my youngest, I think,
Hmm.
because the school where she went to, one of the people that was in the band, because she was in the band, marching
Okay.
band, and everything, was a transvestite,
Okay.
and they didn't care if you wore a dress and all this, and
Hmm.
it was actually beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, oh my gosh, all that makeup. He was, well, however you want to say it, was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, it's getting better with her generation, I think. But you never
Sure.
know.
I just say, just keep inviting folks. Make sure that everybody feels welcome.
Yeah,
Some people need a little extra nudging, you
yeah.
know, and just continue to make and just make sure that when you do have various meetings, that you make sure that you invite presenters who are members of the different communities, be it LGBTQIA
Hmm.
plus, African American, Muslim,
Yeah.
Hispanic, Latino, who else? Women, or just make sure that everybody knows that they're welcome. That's why when I read the Emerald Doulas meetings events, for some reason, and probably for the same reason I'm saying, they always point out that they're completely judgment free and everybody's welcome. And they must be doing that for a reason. So it could be that some people are trans or whatever and new
I'm
parents and they've been made to feel unwelcome at other meetings. So sometimes you really have to just read between the lines and just really point out
mhm.
everybody is welcome here. We're judgment free.
I,
Do you put
and,
your events on
and,
Eventbrite? Because I've been surprised at how many people find stuff on Eventbrite.
Oh,
Mhm.
Eventbrite. Ooh.
oh,
Yes,
okay.
I've been very surprised. Like events we've had,
Mm.
people are like, "Oh yeah, I was just searching for something to do and found it." So
Yeah.
that, and then I tried to. You said seizure today on Facebook. I don't see it
Well,
It's
uh,
under Roxanne's
with
name.
C's with
Yeah.
quotes
Oh,
and then
Uh huh.
URE.
I did. I typed it like you typed it in here
Oh, well, is it with my name? No, I
it's
don't
under
think
your
so.
No,
name, Roxanne, isn't it? Because
It
your
usually is.
YouTube channel is Seizure the Day NC
Yeah,
on YouTube.
that's my
what's your
see,
last name?
Davenport.
Roxanne
Can I?
Devon.
Where do I put comments? Let's see. Where can I type?
Just type it in the Facebook.
Forsyth Tech.
Yeah, I went to Forsyth Tech. I used to
Okay.
work, but
I took a
I got
class
to I
there in high
couldn't
school.
drive. Hmm.
Oh,
I said I took a class there in high school at Forsyth Tech
Okay.
back in the day. I can't. They used to have it. It was called Career Center.
Oh yeah, right. They it's completely changed when I my
Oh, I'm
daughter was
sure.
going to go,
It's been a
but
minute since I was there.
oh gosh, it, I am so glad I went when I did because now you have to go through to be a CPA before you can even go into the classes for ultrasound because I used to do ultrasound
Hmm.
and you have to do that with CPA and go to uh, the nursing homes and things before you can even start ultrasound. And thank goodness I didn't have to do that because that would take so long.
mm.
But let's see,
They like
and
to. Some people like to
there it
mess.
is. Well, it's where I say, hey, yeah,
It's under your name on Facebook. Yeah, look. Did you find her on Facebook,
I did. I
Patrice?
saw it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. And then, like I
Hmm.
said, her YouTube channel is Seizure the
and I
Day NC, right,
didn't
Roxanne?
see, yeah, and it's just regular spelled out correctly seizure without quotes, and that puts me at the very top.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, just add an NC put me at the top.
there you
But
go.
yeah, and I'm thinking about interviewing my mom. I don't know how she'll take it,
Mm-hmm.
but what all she went through,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and worrying and you know stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
she's one of my chauffeurs.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
very cool. Well, it's nice you have you don't have to take like buses and taxis and stuff. So that's cool.
yeah. I just have to make sure I tell her when I make appointments, and she has Fridays off, so they're usually on Fridays. And
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's good. It's always great to have help from family.
hmm
Well, I think I better get started. So what I'm going to do is to end the show here. And if you have any other announcements, make them now.
That's all I got right now.
Okay. And then like always, Roxanne, just let me know when you're doing your show because I always put it in the Skywriter when you let me know in advance. I usually put it on the health page. So
thank you. Well,
Yep.
yeah, I've been working with the
mm.
Google for nonprofits. So that's what I've been working on instead of my show. So
Oh, good. Oh, the Tree Triangle Wealthy Group, is that considered a nonprofit organization or a collection of realtors?
It's a collection of realtors.
Oh, okay.
We don't have nonprofit status. So
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just curious because Triangle Wealthy Group is, I mean, I know it's like an organization. So yeah,
it's just a group of realtors right now. So
I gotcha. Well,
Mhm.
Latrice and Roxanne, thank you so much for being on the show. You're always welcome. You know you're always welcome. So on Thursday, I won't be live because I'm going to a Pointer is holding a chat, not chat, is it chat GPT or just AI? Wait a minute. An AI workshop at noon on Thursday. So I will be pre-recording my show on Thursday. If you had planned to come on the show Thursday, just come on either like tomorrow or Friday, because Thursday I
Okay.
won't be here live. So thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us always.
And I'll see you all next time.
All
All
right.
Okay.
And I'll
Take
mute
care.
myself when I come in. I'm going to
Okay. Oh,
remember.
no problem at all. Okay. See you
All
later.
right. Have
Okay.
a good one. Bye bye.
Okay. You too. Let's see. Did I do this right? Let's see. Ah, there we go. And now transition. There we go. Woo. Okay. And let me click on fill the square. There we go. I'm learning how to use this. Yes. So let's check the weather one more time and then I'm out. It is. It has inched up to 79 degrees, and I'm here for that. The high is still going to be 82, and it will still be sunny all day. Sunset is at 8:28. That's more like it. I love that. I love spring and summer. My two favorite. I don't know if those are my favorite. Yeah, those are my favorite seasons. I'm not ashamed to say that. So, with that, you have a beautiful. Let me check my outro. It is lined up. So I will say ciao for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow at noon. So if you'd like to come on the show then, definitely do so. Ciao for now.